Hello and welcome to Summit Recap. Today we will be going through personalized experiences for users using AI ML. We will talk about AWS Personalize in specific to achieve that. Personalization is a key achievement of Web 2.0 services. It can be used to create list of movies to watch based on consumers' taste, organize customers' carts suggesting similar or complementary goods or services. Personalization is key tool for product manager or digital marketing team to increase customer delight. We will go through inner workings of such piece today. Hello, I am Supreet and I work as a solution architect in startup team. On business aspects, we find that personalization helps customers discover the unique items, especially in a large catalog. Personalization, it is empirically proven, increases customers' engagement. This is measured in terms of CTR on products, watch duration for videos, dwell time on articles, etc. Increased engagement often leads to improved conversion, increase in subscription rates, app downloads, etc. This will have material benefit of increasing revenue. And so while the benefits of personalization might appear intuitive and even obvious, the best path on how to unlock these benefits is not an obvious one. As a general practice, marketing team would use a concept of customer segmentation. It is based on consumer traits. As a customer, you may have felt cheated if you fell into one segment and your preferences or tastes did not match. Today, with massive computational resources, personalization models have broken away from these clustered thought on consumer targeting. Instead, Amazon looks at every customer as a segment of one, tracing their journey through its website and capturing their unique behavior. Everyone is considered a unique snowflake with this shift towards hyper-personalization. Let's look at existing state-of-the-art in recommendation systems before delving into Amazon journey into personalization. The focus was largely on rules-based recommendation systems. Simply put, a rules-based system is, if you are from place X, you are likely to buy Y. Even today, there are still lots of recommendation systems which are rules-based. Rule-based system suffers from poor performance, poor scalability, and require high effort to maintain. One important issue here is that obviously you cannot write rules for each customer. So you end up using customer segmentation, which as we saw is not the best approach. Also, more customers you have, the larger your segments end up. It is very different to have a group of 10 customers and 10,000 customers. It is expected that in larger group there will be significant outlier customers for which the rules fail. Finally, rules-based systems are difficult to update to new items and can be biased. Personalization journey for Amazon started with the launch of recommendation system in 1998. Early personalization experience on Amazon.com were driven by the need to improve the discoverability of relevant items in our large books catalog. The algorithm powering this, a type of item-to-item collaborative filtering, has since become the bedrock of personalization, not only on Amazon.com, but also for many other retail experiences. Our customers loved the user experience we powered from these recommendations. And since then, we have expanded the user touchpoints that are personalized and have deployed many more techniques to personalization. If you visit Amazon today, you find expansion of personalization. You may see recommendations based on your previous purchases and the current shopping trends. You may also see category-based recommendations, such as baby-related products. This same personalization DNA after that has been applied to Prime Video, Amazon Music, and Kindle. In order to provide recommendation for movies, music, or books, the end goal for each one is a customer delight. As a next order of business, the personalization is applied across mediums, in mobile notification, suggested products, and email catalogs. Many businesses also attempt to build their own ML recommendation system. This has its own set of problems. First, it is very hard to build and manage a good recommendation system. They also do not adapt quickly to changing customer intent without a complete retraining of the model. Also, they have issues with handling new users. As such, they cannot provide reliable real-time recommendations. Amazon Personalize is here to address all these issues. It is developed using a rich experience from Amazon.com and uses exactly the same ML technology. It is fully managed service and no ML experience is required to get the results. However, having ML experience definitely helps to bring the best out of it. Finally, it offers state-of-the-art results as is, or it can be built both custom and private ML models. With Personalize, we aim to give you out-of-the-box solution to foundational use cases for personalization. You can use these capabilities for generating a broad array of personalized user experiences. These are personalized recommendation, as an example, recommended items for users from catalog on a landing page. Here is an example of such a recommendation from Prime Video, where we are recommending videos from Prime catalog. Related items. Recommend items similar to selected item on detail page. This is an e-commerce workhorse. In the example on the screen here, we are recommending rugs based on particular rug I have selected on Amazon.com. Personalized re-ranking, example, re-rank a list of items within category or in response to query by the user. In the example on the screen here, I'm getting recommendation for audiobooks on Audible within the classics category. You will need three kinds of data sets in order to use Personalize. One is compulsory and two optional. User behavior is compulsory, whereas inventory and demographics is optional, but enriches the resulting models. These data sets can be ingested in Personalize using batch systems or APIs. Although it looks straightforward, under the hood, Personalize does a lot of things. Feature engineering, selection of hyperparameters, model training, hosting and deployment. One key point is that Personalize does not offer data cleaning. Personalize has strict formatting requirements, thus requires specific transformation to get it right. Setting Personalize is a three-step process. Ingest data via S3 or real-time API. You can send real-time events from the server side, for example, if you already have user events streaming to AWS. Create solution. That is, train a model choosing an algorithm for your use case. Finally, create campaign to vend real-time recommendation or batch process them to get recommendations for all users at once, if your downstream application of personalization is an inherent batch process. I want to share some exercises that your team can test and deploy. They can help you from testing waters with personalization to building marketing campaigns. To start off, we would need to create a role with permissions to access AWS Personalize and a specific bucket of Amazon S3. While it can be activated using Personalize on AWS console, we would be using the AWS CLI to run the AWS Personalize demo. I'm also going to use few other tools that includes a JSON parser called JQ and pandas library in Python. So to start off, let's download movie lens data. We're going to use this free data of personalization, where there is data for user, their preferences of movies and genre, the movie related data as an example, director or actors. There is user specific demographic data like age, what's the profession. So let's start by downloading this data. In this, we are going to use something called u.data, which is user preferences. I have already prepared the user preferences data using this Python script. It's available at this URL, and I have stored it in form of movielens.csv. Let's quickly look at movielens.csv. It contains user ID, item ID. Item ID is what they have seen or clicked on. So typically this would be user behavior. As an example, in case of e-commerce, it will be the products that they may have seen, or in case of media consumption, it would be the video or the images that have been consumed. And the last item in this list is timestamp. So when did this particular event happen? So let's move to the next step. To execute that, the next step is to create a dataset group. Dataset group is an overarching structure under which various functions are available. So dataset group can have a dataset which is user behavior, which is what we saw. It can have demographic data for the user or attributes of the items. We will refrain from using in this demo the user attributes or item attributes. We'll be just using the only data set which is important in case of personalize and not optional, which is the user behavior data. So to start, we'll create a dataset group. The dataset group ARN has been sent to the variable called dataset group underscore ARN. I'm using JQ to extract from the JSON and then putting it into this variable. Now within this, we would need to define a schema. So when personalized would receive the data, it would be validating against this schema. So the schema looks like this. What we will do is that we'll upload this schema using the command here. And the schema URL is put into an environment variable. Then we would need to define a data set. Data set is the bucket for personalize within which the data would be stored. So when we define the data set, we need to define what it would be called, which data set group it belongs to, what is the schema to validate against. And now we have created the data set. We'll upload the movielens data at a specific S3 bucket which has been connected to personalize using permissions and roles. Now as a next step, we'll define user ID. This would be used and in the last step where we would be extracting items which may be preferred. So a prediction by the personalize of items which may be preferred by this user. We'll also export the roles ARN as a variable. This is used to allow personalize to access S3 bucket. Now we can start a dataset import job. This job will act upon the dataset that we have defined and pull the data from S3. Now the import job has been finished. As a next step, we can create a solution. In this case, I'm creating an AutoML solution. AutoML solution essentially tests out various solutions and figures out which one is the best and deploys that. So to run AutoML solution, you write this particular command and run. So now the solution job would be running, which sets up a configuration which we'll be using in case of solution version creation. To create solution version, you run this command and it starts running a solution version. And this is the step where the job of creating a model starts. So now this will be running in background. Now we have created a solution, which is a model that can be used for running a real-time campaign or a batch process. So in this case, we have come to the final event, which is to create a campaign. So what campaign does is to take a solution that you have already programmed and use it in a real-time API, which I'll show you in next step. We have been able to create a campaign. A campaign is a real-time API which provides AWS personalized services, and we can access this API using this command. We have already provided a user ID, and what we are expecting is list of items that will match up using AWS personalized model to the items that we have already stated. So to run this command, and we'll see a list of items that the model will recommend for this users. With this, we have created a successful campaign and a model. I'll quickly summarize what we have been able to do. We started out by creating a dataset group, followed it up by creating a schema which would be used to validate the datasets. We created a dataset bucket which AWS Personalize would use to access data. This particular bucket type was interactions, which is mandatory. There are two more buckets that can be created which are optional. One is user demography, another one is item details. We uploaded the personalized data to a bucket, imported that data from the bucket using import job, created a solution version which used the whole bucket as the training data set, created a real-time campaign, and we tested that campaign. Moving on, let me show you a working demo as a website. So this is a working demo of Personalize using MovieLens data. It uses demographic data as well as movie details like genre, director to create a personalization model for different users. Thank you for attending my session today. Please ensure to fill the survey you will find in later slides. Customer inputs is the compass for our future endeavors.